Hello guys, how are you today? Now I will showing a videos about grade, price, cause and solution in the English. Let's check these videos.
The people in this yard are very strange. On the surface, everyone seems to be in harmony, but in fact, everyone's heart is full of devils, like this fat woman. It seems to be cleaning the garbage in the yard. However, when he swept to an apple tree, take advantage of the fact that everyone is not paying attention to them. They quietly take some apples along, and this harmonious priest, in the eyes of everyone's respect, he walked calmly into a church, but after entering the church, no one saw it. Then he hid in the corner and drank wine quietly. After coming out, he went to the window of a cell where prisoners were being held, spit at the prisoner. After that, he made a gesture of God bless him. However, the prisoner is not simple. After the priest left, he continued to dig the escape tunnel, and all these scenes were seen by an old man, but he didn't want to meddle. He went to the bedside and took out a box from under the bed. There is a big box of gold in the box. The light from the gold lit up the whole room. This happened to be discovered by a strong man. The strong man smiled. Then he turned around and shouted to his wife, "Hurry up to dinner." The woman shivered and hurried to bring the food, but the strong man just took a bite and spit it out. The woman was not angry either, and went out with the basket in her hand. The woman's strange behavior made an old woman see it. She's going to sneak in to see what's going on. She came to the back window and looked out. The woman just came to the backyard to pick vegetables. Not far from her, a man with strong eyes is planting trees. Look at the young and energetic man. Women's deep depression. The eye man greets the woman, but the woman saw that the old woman upstairs was looking after herself. Blushing, he got up and hurried back. See a woman like this, the old woman thinks there's a good play to watch. Now in the old man's room, and it emits dazzling light. And this admiration has long been watched by the strong men who have been exploring vegetables for a long time. He took advantage of his wife's going out to buy vegetables. He came to the old man's window and climbed in directly. Then he grabbed the box on the ground. I saw that there was gold inside. He picked up the old man's feet and threw him down. In this way, the old man was completely cool. The strong man began to put gold into his pocket. But what the strong man doesn't know is, at this time, his wife did not pick vegetables today. Instead, he ran out and hugged the man who was hungry and thirsty, then follow him into the woods. After that, the strong man came out of the woods. This happened to meet the old man who was thrown down. Looking at the next stairs, he wanted to go up and have a look, but this scene happened to be seen by the old woman next to me. The old woman thought it was the eye man who killed the old man. Then I started shouting. The shouting attracted everyone. The result was that the man with eyes was misunderstood as a murderer. The strong man took advantage of everyone to catch people. I left the old man's house without knowing it. It's doomed to kill for life. After the old man was buried, he began to cut down the trees planted by the eye man. I'm going to make him a set of autumn dried toys. When a woman sees this, she takes advantage of everyone's inattention. Holding a shovel, he quietly threw it to the eye man. Eye man takes the shovel and excavates immediately. It didn't take long to dig through the passage to the backyard and escape. Another prisoner felt that. It took me months to dig it out. You've been dug through in 3 or 2 times. The longer you feel, the more unconvinced you become. So he hurried to inform others that the eye man had escaped. Everyone immediately began to chase the eye man. Fortunately, the eye man climbed up the roof along the vine and escaped. In the evening, when they could not find anyone, they went back. Only the old woman wouldn't stay there alone. At midnight, the strong man was counting the gold. Suddenly I heard a noise on the roof, so he climbed out of the window and saw that it was a man with eyes. He came to the man with eyes / began to tease him and took his glasses. He was about to push the eye man down. Unexpectedly, the woman ran over and began to stop the strong man. The strong man pushed the woman away. Hear a woman scream. The eye man closed his eyes and made a right hook. The strong man immediately felt dizzy. Then he fell down and his glasses fell beside him. Finally, the woman came back to the house with the man in her eyes, took all the gold, left the yard with the eye man. After they left, a bunch of ants came out of the cave, climbed towards the strong man. The next day, when the people came to the backyard again to search, I found a pile of white bones and a pair of glasses on the ground. The people looked at the glasses and thought that the white bone was the man with glasses. Now that the sinner had been found, they separated. When they got home, they always felt something was wrong. Looking at the empty home of a strong man, their hearts are full of doubts, but they don't know what it is. I don't know if you understand in front of the screen.
What is greed? You need to know that the word greed is a process that occurs within us when we want something that is not ours, and this is one of the highest emotions that exists within us according to my personal perspective. 2. Crises. There are 2 types of emotion that affect the frequency of positive and negative emotion. This emotion can appear thoughts and thoughts that are within us whether we think rational or we think irrational. If we think rational, what comes out within us to achieve a desire that we achieve is positive energy. Mainly about struggle, but if we talk about the negative energy that comes out and we want something with louder than what comes out is negative energy, like thinking of looking for shortcuts or instant ways. 3. Causes. The cause of the world. There are two factors that I see from this context, among others internal factor and external factors. Internal factors can influence us or emotion when we choose something either instantaneously or by process, but in the context of these operations, many negative emotions are imported from us rather than positive emotion. That the external factor could be an influence from the environment that makes the person pretty, for example, like comforting everything around him. And in my opinion, the solution is one starting from eating in moderation and not overdoing it. It looks simple, but in the long term, it can have an effect. 2. Be grateful. Accept yourself as you are. 3. Sensitive to the situation. And 4. Try as much as possible before wanting something. And 5. Stay relaxed.